Hello, and welcome to a very special session of The Boys Play D&D. I'm Brett, and I'll be your Dungeon Master tonight. Tonight, we're breaking from our regular programming to run the Dungeon of Boruzo. For this dungeon, the boys have created a band of adventurers to delve into the dungeon to search for treasure. This difficult dungeon is heavily influenced on D&D adventures of old and features deadly traps and ferocious monsters. So it is quite a difficult dungeon, and we're going to see how the boys fare with it. They've made some characters, as you can see from our snazzy graphics. We are basically making an adventuring party that is kind of based around like being like a hair metal 80s type classic rock band. And they're going to be looking into this dungeon. During this session, we will be listening to licensed music in a watch together lobby. So if you are interested in listening to what we're listening to, we're using a little bit of the since we're kind of going classic rock. We are going to be trying to listen to a little bit of classic rock while we're doing this dungeon. So if you want to join us in the Watch Together lobby, we got it posted up right in the chat there. You can click on that link, and right now we've just got a little bit of ambient music going on, but we're going to try and use the music as a little bit of flavor to the campaign that we're. This isn't meant to be a really, really long campaign. We're going to just try and run through the dungeon and try out a couple fun characters and just have a little bit of fun with it. We are also happy to announce that our YouTube channel is fresh and up and running. So that's something that we just set up this week. You can check out the boys play on YouTube, and you can see all of our older sessions that we've done. And finally, if you enjoy what you see today, we actually have usually a regular campaign that we run at 7:30 Central every Monday. So this is a little bit out of the ordinary for us. We just wanted to do something a little bit fun, and I was really itching to try and DM again. I haven't done it in a while, so the guys were happy enough to humor me and give me a shot to run the dungeon here. And I think that is it. Does anyone else have anything they want to mention? Pure silence from.
I think you're
Okay.
good.
All right.
Good to go.
You covered it all. The YouTube
Okay.
link is in the description at the bottom of the Twitch channel.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I did not know that. Okay. That
Yeah.
is good to know.
Click on the
That,
very high quality artwork.
Yeah. All right. So, with that all the formalities out of the way here, let's jump into the game here. This story begins in the world of Gameria, within the nation of Bortholdic. We've joined our first bandmate slash original content. Do not steal. Tending to his old mentor, Charles Smallfruit. Charles is on his deathbed, having lived a long and adventurous life, and the only person left to basically ease him on in his passing is his old mentor, Slash. Colton, would you like to describe what Slash looks like to everybody? Hello?
Who?
hello?
Oh, hello. Slash is a gold dragonborn. He has a mop of curly black hair. He's wearing a top hat. He's got pretty good physique, even though he's pushing retirement age. He's 55 years old. His best days are behind him. But he doesn't let that stop him from enjoying the pleasures of life.
So as Slash is kneeling beside the bed of his former mentor, he turns with a cough and looks seriously towards Slash. Oh, Slash, my boy, what do you know of Boruzo Zonius?
Can't say that I know much. Is he an old rocker from your time?
You could possibly say that from long before my time, though. He's originally just an up-and-coming artist, and he but managed to gain a powerful artifact. And using this artifact, he became known as the Prince of Darkness. He did not come... It was quite righteous, although he was not. He gathered up this artifact called the Flick of Fate. It was a small trinket that allowed him to win the hearts and minds of many followers. With that power, he erected an iron empire. Now, in my youth, my band and I had actually found his final resting place. We delved into his tomb and met nothing but pain. I lost many friends in that expedition to horrid traps. I believe you may have the strength to find the Flick. You can find it underneath a hill after 2 days' travel to the east of Devonsport.
All right. Is it dangerous?
Incredibly. There were many who died who went in there. If you were to have the courage to go and search it yourself, you best not do it alone.
You're talking about getting the band back together.
I think it's about time. You could really use it, and I know those fellas that'll be getting into nothing but trouble without everyone to keep each other in line.
You know what happened. They won't even speak to me after our last show. We've lost our mojo. We can't rock anymore.
Never say that the mojo is lost. It's not lost until you're dead. And I fear that I might soon be in that place myself. Now, before I go, I want to bequeath upon to you the axe of my youth. Kiss. She's yours now.
Don't speak such nonsense, Master. You're not dying. I can't take it up.
You have to. Do it for me. And try to rock as hard as you can, bro.
Slash is like holding back manly tears at this point, and he just looks away from his master so he can't see him cry.
Charles kind of weakly lifts up his hand and points slowly to the corner where Kiss, this wicked-looking... it's hard. You didn't really have guitars back then, but it's basically a guitar. But instead of the usual bass that you have on a guitar, it is a literal axe. So you have this stringed axe that is wicked and looks like something that straight out of a Metallica concert that he would be able to play. It's yours now. Now, I think I shall rock together and climb that stairway to heaven. And you watch as his eyes close and the hand falls to the bed, and Charles Small Fruit is no more.
Master, if it's the last thing I do, I will rock again in your name. And I pick up the axe and I play like a really sick lick on it.
like this.
Sure.
Yeah. So with the knowledge and location of this treasured tomb, Slash set out to try and get the band back together.
Woo!
Holy crow.
All right. As I'm leaving Paradise City, looking around at all the green grass and pretty girls, I'll be like, I won't see you again for a while. Keep the bed warm for me. I'll be back. And I head out. Just got a little like hobo bindle tied to the axe. Have that slung over my shoulder as I walk through the rolling hills away from town.
All right. And you, in fact, know probably the first person that you're going to be able to find is you're going to be looking for. Geez, they all have O names. Onslow is going to be the first person that you look for, and you know that to the west of the city of Paradise there is a swampy bog where he was been known to settle down and move back to live with his family. So you make your way and start trekking your way there. The ground slowly gets softer and more moist, and you start to get that stench of decay in your nose as you start to approach this swamp. Eventually, you come across there is instead of a road or a pathway, it just kind of delves into a why is it so blurry?
Oh,
sorry about that.
Loaded in. I got good resolution.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah,
now
that's
it's good resolution. And you see that there is actually a pathway ahead of you where many pieces of wood have been set down, not quite like a bridge, but they kind of sit on top of the soft ground and keep you from sinking in through the muck.
We're going to get Shrek.
Occasionally, pardon?
So we're going to get Shrek, but I pronounced it
Yeah.
stupidly to avoid.
Occasionally, your foot is going to sink through. Like there's just a log that is just on a really soft spot, and you end up getting some swamp water in your boots on the way there. But you soon start to come across a small village, and you start to see many reptilian humanoids surrounding this small town in the middle of this bayou.
All right. The first reptile I see, I'm going to say, point me in the direction of your best banjo player.
And you see this this lizard folk with is just chewing on a piece of like possum. Oh, you're talking about Onslow then? He's off on that way down there, and he points off towards the a hut, and you can see there are a bunch of young lizard folk that are clustered around this hut, and you can see that there is a person sitting there playing guitar and seeming to tell a story at the same time. Would you like to describe your character there, Blake?
Certainly. So Onslow is a lizard folk. He has kind of this like gator head, essentially. So very reminiscent of like an alligator type kind of reptile. He wears simple cloth clothing, this wide brim straw hat, and you can see him plucking on a banjo as he just kind of like rocking back and forth in a chair, not really doing too much.
All right, so the Dragonborn meets the eyes of Onslow. How do you guys react?
Well, I'll be the swamp monster's uncle if it ain't Slash.
Been a while. How you doing?
Oh, you know, just going wherever the wind takes me. You're looking well.
Thanks. Past my prime, but I try to keep in shape for the ladies.
Ain't we all?
Now, that wind happens to be blowing to the flick of fate. Are you coming with?
I don't know.
You don't know.
I like it around here.
Yeah, well, we got a chance to really rock again. Isn't that what we've always wanted?
Yeah. Tell you what. Let's see if you got any better. Looks like you got yourself a fancy instrument there. Give us a little ditty.
Oh yeah. All right. Slash is gonna put on a performance here.
All right. Yep. Roll a performance check.
Roll, baby. Crit fail.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah.
Your first time performing with Kiss in front of other people at this point. You played a couple little bit of tunes along the road, but this one rings out clear and true, and starts to attract a little bit of the locals around, and they start to. Some people are starting to actually come in. There's a little bit of recognition for some of them. They seem to realize Onslow did travel around with some people, and I think some people are starting to realize there could be a chance that the band's getting back together.
Well, shit.
Sorry, it's a little rusty, but perfect. And we do like the man high five handshake from like Full Metal Alchemist.
Hell yes.
Right. Now, you know that Davensport is actually the probably the last place you're going to want to look. But you do know that is generally actually where your band was kind of based out of to begin with. So there would be a good chance that there might be some people kicking around there. However, Onslow, you have heard word of some people traveling through the swamp that in the Orcish city to the south, you have gotten word that there is a half-orc drummer that is just raising hell in that Orcish city, winning money and taking names, and it seems to be a pretty good hint of where Doug would be.
All right. I hear
It's dangerous
some
on the road. We're gonna need some muscle. I think the next person we go get is Doug. We need some percussion up in here.
Reckon that's a smart course of action. I hear he's tearing up a new band down here in the south.
All right, well, let's hit the road.
Sounds
All right.
good.
So as you guys end up leaving this bayou here, making your way out from the swamp, you start making your way to Bora's home. This city is actually one of the last standing bastions of the Prince of Darkness. It is one of the few places where the architecture from that time period, which is just heavy metal towers and spikes and chains, and it's where an Orcish horde has essentially holed up there for the past couple centuries, actually, and it's kind of the orc stronghold in this area of Gamaria. The interesting thing about that, though, is whereas most people, non-orcs, are not allowed into the city, back in the day, the Cacophony, which is actually the name of this band that is starting to get rolling again, the Cacophony actually had won the hearts of many of these hard-rocking orcs, and they have essentially earned citizenship into the city themselves. So you know that you'd be able to enter that city without any recourse that most other people might have trouble with. After about 4 days of traveling, you end up seeing the smoke rising up from the foundries within the city. there are heavily armored orcs patrolling the roads, but most of them actually do recognize you. Some of them give you the devil horns as you walk by, and they start to. Occasionally, they ask if you're playing a concert there again. They haven't seen you guys in probably over a decade, but you let them know that there's more important things to be done at this point, and they look disappointed but understanding. You make your way into the city. It just smells of like cooked meats and smoke, and you can just hear rabble rousing going all throughout. There's not. It's a bit of a party here all the time, and you find yourself drawn to an inn where there was especially loud cheers and screams as it sounds like there was a bit of a scrap. And somewhere in between, you do hear the occasional noise of a thump, 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 thump of a set of drums.
Reckon that's where we should start looking.
As good a place as any.
So you guys make your way into the inn, and you can see there is a circle of orcs who are trying to watch this gladiator-style battle going on. With there's a half orc with two warhammers and a drum kind of like dangling down by the side, and he's hitting the drum occasionally with the warhammers and basically dancing circles around this other orc that's looking pretty beat up. Eventually, the half orc knocks the full-blooded orc straight out, and then more orcs just groan in frustration as more of their money has been siphoned off, and they just keep losing to this bet about this small half orc not being able to handle itself. So, Jordan, if you can describe your character.
Okay. Doug is remembered as 5'5", being very well cut, about 195. And now he's unrecognizable as he has gained over 75 pounds in the last 4 years.
Yes.
His white hair, very short, keeps it nice and clean cut, and green skin.
Okay. So, Doug, you see your bandmates are sitting there watching you.
I look over to Onslow and I'm like, is that Doug?
Is that you guys?
Hey, Doug.
Really?
Is that you?
Onslow? Slash? Barely recognize you guys.
I could say the same. Looks like you put on a few.
I don't know. I feel exactly the same. I'm in the best shape of my life. Just made me to this piece of shit over here. I'm gonna spit on the ground and look at the rest of the crowd, and I'll challenge any one of you. Let's go. Who's next? All you ugly motherfuckers.
Well, that's definitely Doug. Same skull cracker he's always been.
Well, what brings you guys to this part of town? Didn't think I'd ever see you again.
Well, don't know if you heard, but my mentor passed. He gave me the axe and a dying request. We got to get the band back together.
Any money involved in this? I'm making quite the living doing this right now.
Well, to be honest, there's some danger involved, but if what I've heard of those old dungeons is true, there's going to be some wealth too.
Danger. Been a while since I had a bit of fun. Yeah, why not? I'm gonna spit on the ground one more time. I'll be back. Get ready. No.
Yeah.
Walk out the door.
And it's just like a hushed crowd. The orcs are just flabbergasted. All right, so you guys start making back towards your hometown. It takes you about 3 days to get there of travel, and you make your way towards Davenport. As you guys are beginning to enter the scene in Davenport, yeah, that would be. I forgot to switch your song there, Jordan.
Yeah, no problem.
Yep. Anyways, you guys make your way back towards Davenport. There's going to be as you're going in, there is something new there that those of you who haven't gone and visited Davenport in the last couple of years. On the way into town, there's where there used to just be like a kind of a small shack. You actually see that there is a huge, like mile-wide long meadow, and it is just gorgeous. There are little flowers that kind of poke up in certain areas. Some areas where you've got nice, clean-kept, tall grass. You can see there are small animals that are roaming around in this meadow, and a long, brown, curving path that leads its way towards where that old shack used to be. Next to the and at the end of the path, you can see there is a house that seems to be mildly on fire a little bit. Has blackened wood, and it seems like in between the cracks of the fire or of the wood, there seems to be little embers of fire flickering. In some areas, you can see it. The fire is licking the sides of the walls. And the other thing that kind of catches your eye as well is that you can see a sign next to the path that says da da da. Sorry, up here. Trying to remember everyone's names. Fire Strides Dojo. And it kind of catches you guys off guard.
Wait, wasn't
Fire Stride's been doing well for himself, it seems.
what? Yeah. Huh.
I mean, except to the larger house apparently being on fire.
Yeah, that's kind of peculiar.
Well, should we head in, see if everybody's all right? We might have to rescue some screaming damsels from a burning building.
Well,
What the
it's been a
hell?
while since I had a damsel. Might be worth it.
You go nuts in there, Tiger.
All right, so we're heading up
So
the path.
as you guys approach up the path, you do see there are a few people kind of standing outside of the building, and they seem relatively calm. They are leaning back and forth. They seem to be doing stretches. Like just pulling on the arm. One of them's bending down, touching their toes. There's a female halfling and a male elf that are standing outside. They seem to be getting limbered up and paying no mind to the house. The
Not the
building.
brightest lot.
Isn't anybody worried about the building right beside you being on fire?
Oh, no, it's quite usually like that. You must not be from around here that often. No, this is just Master Fire Stride's dojo. It's just, he likes to have a little bit of flair.
Well, that does sound like the Damien I know. He always had a thing for flair.
All pizzazz, no substance.
Well, if you'd like to go take a look, he's in there right now.
All right, let's see what kind of madness is going on in here.
All right, so you guys enter the abode, and Brighton, would you like to describe what your dojo looks like and maybe mention your character?
All right. So when you walk inside the dojo, everything that's typically white in like this standard Japanese style of buildings is actually black. All the trim is reddish, like flickering as if it is on fire, but nothing's actually on fire. It's just very over the top. And you see Damien standing there, and he's also wearing similar colored dark robes that are also flickering in the same style, and it's just exceedingly eccentric. There's no reason for somebody to run a fencing dojo that looks as nice as it does. But anybody that also remembers traveling with Damien will likely catch on to what this is and that it's all just an illusion.
All right.
Do his old tricks, I see.
It looks like he's improved, and I start feeling the wall.
The wall would feel warm, not to the point where it's burning your hand or anything like that, or doing damage, but it definitely feels warm to the touch.
He's got tactile feedback now.
It's like the years were well spent.
Yeah, lots changed in the past few years. What brings
We
you
can
guys
see
here?
that. We're getting the band back together.
The band.
That's right.
Yep.
Do you need a
Are you in?
manager?
Well, I think to get the rest of the band, we're gonna need your silver tongue.
All right, let me think about it. And I walk outside to my few students that were training.
As he walks out, I'll go, "Don't hurt yourself."
It's not real fire. I whispered to him when he
I
said
meant with
that.
the thinking part.
All right, I asked my pupils, I guess, if they would be okay with taking a break in their practice.
Oh, well, of course we could take a break if you needed. Would you be able to leave the dojo open and we can keep training without you?
The dojo can stay open, but then I snap my fingers and the magic fades.
And their eyes just like go, oh, they're really disappointed to see this. It's basically still that same old shack.
You could tell it's a dojo, but it's definitely not extravagant. But my clothes stay as extravagant as they were.
They go, well, yeah, it's still functional, I guess. I didn't know that it was that kind of magic. I guess that makes sense. Thank you, Master. And they go in and bring out their rapiers and get ready to start fencing.
Don't hurt yourself, kids. And then I go back to the group and say, all right, I'm in, let's go. I've needed a break from this training for a long time, and this is a good opportunity.
Good to hear.
As you guys... Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Have you been in touch with any of the old band?
I haven't...
Sorry. You wouldn't have... You would have occasionally talked with... Sorry, remembering everyone's names. Oren, Pompiron. You would have occasionally talked to him, but that's all you really... the only person you've kept in contact with.
The only person I've talked to recently from the band is Oren, and I believe he works down on the docks.
I wouldn't have expected him to be anywhere else.
Yeah, that's his MO.
All right.
Let's go.
So you guys start making your way down through the city. It's you're pretty much standard fare port city. Just smell seawater, and there's a lot of trade that goes on. The odd exotic creature gets traded through there. You make your way down to the docks, and you see there's this group of 4 guys who are kind of lifting up these big crates of fish, and kind of near close to those, you see a very, very large, muscle-bound Goliath that is just picking up crates of fish and then setting them into like different kind of locations, kind of like willy-nilly.
If isn't the best goddamn roadie I've ever seen.
Guess I'll pick up a crate of fish and walk over to him.
I hope so. I said it to you.
All right.
He was always a bit slow.
He's holding a big crate, turns around and looks who's calling him. My friends, it's been so long. He drops the crate and it sort of splinters the wood on the docks because it was so heavy. And he's wearing the same black leather pants and leather vest with no shirt on. His whole muscular frame is still massive, but has lost a lot of definition over the years. And he's definitely got a dad gut going on.
Hell yeah.
Don't we all?
He's got a blackened gray stubble, but his hair is curiously long and jet black still.
Ho ho, you got bigger than I did, Oren.
Oh, I've been addicted to the pound cakes at the local bakery.
Ah, yes, they're a culprit to us all.
Wrap you guys in a big group hug.
I always was a hugger, fucking.
So,
I'm trying to struggle out of it, but there's no escaping his grip.
wait, Deer Moon didn't send you here to get more money, did he?
No. Didn't even know he was around town.
Yes, I see him from time to time.
I'm here to get the band back together.
The band? Well, just happens I'm unemployed at the moment.
Don't you work here?
No, I just like to lift crates.
And one of the workers goes by. One of the workers walks by and goes, "As much as we ask to pay him, he still refuses."
I slap him on the back and laugh.
They just shake their head, frustrated at you.
He almost goes flying off the docks.
So, you're looking for Deer Moon?
I guess now we are.
He is not the same since you last saw him. It's a pretty sad sight. Just remember, he is still our friend. Come, I will show you.
Friend's a strong word, but all right.
All right, so you guys follow Oren and his massive muscles down a couple streets into a residential area. You find your way to what appears to be almost like a boarding house for you like do you guys remember the like apartments on The Simpsons?
Not really.
But yeah, it's basically like a boarding house for single men, and you start making your way through the different rooms of the boarding house, and you get to a room that is just closed and locked, and it's where sorry, forgetting the name again here. Diermid is supposed to be staying.
All right, I pull up to the door, and there's a piece of paper on the front that says eviction on it, and I pull it off. I knock loudly on the door. Diermund, it's Odon Paparon.
Alright, I sit up from my bed. I think for a second. Don't really feel like talking to anyone right now. So, I cast silence, and I go back to sleep.
That recess from there.
I cast it
So,
around
yeah.
myself. I can't hear anything.
Yeah.
Like this every time. And I try to push the door open forcefully.
Yeah, it just gives. If you're gonna push it open, it like you just knock it off. Its locks just no effort at all. It's like doors open for you.
Set it to the side and walk over to his room.
Yeah, and
While we walk
as
by
you
the
guys,
door, I try the knob and it wasn't even locked.
the room is an absolute mess. There are clothes everywhere. There is food that has been just left to rot on different areas. There's actually a rat that is chewing on one of the pieces of food there, and it does not give a shit that you walk by. Like unless you were to like stomp at it,
I
it
grab
just
the rat
it
and
just
eat it.
stands there. Yeah, you do. No problem.
What? That's good eating.
I forgot about that.
You can see on some of the shelves there seems to be various illicit drugs that are just laid out. Those, and you guys recognize some of it. Like there is a drug called Sood. You can see that there was some blue Sood that was on the table there. Barely anything left of it for like an actual hit of it. It's mostly been used, but it's kind of you can tell that it's been there, right?
Swamp monster, have mercy.
Right. And there on the bed you see I always pronounce that one wrong. Deermood.
He asked me for money many times. But most seemingly for these, as I point at the drugs. And I go up to him and start shaking him.
I open my eyes and I look right at Orin, and I drop concentration on my songs. And after I do that, I say to him, "Oh, Orin, why are you here? I thought you were the people coming to kick me out, so I didn't want to deal with the pain right now."
No, it is much better. Look, your friends are here.
Moving up in the world, Diarmond.
I don't even remember half of you. Who are you?
Weren't much
me,
one of the brightest
Slash.
stars in the sky.
Slash? I hardly recognize you. You've gotten... Well, I just won't say it. It'd be too harsh.
I get it. We've all been getting older.
Diarmid is an elf. He is pretty good looking. He was pretty muscular back in the day. He's still pretty lean because all the drugs that he does and all the times he doesn't eat food or he'll sleep for 3 days at a time. He has not washed his pants and he can't remember when, and as well as he has not worn a shirt in a very long time, and his hair is very greasy.
Your
Nice.
shower stopped working, I see. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I heard you. I didn't hear what you said there that one time.
I said, your shower has stopped working, I see.
Can't afford water.
Ah. Rough
I just
times.
shake my head sadly.
Anyways, what are you all doing here? I'm embarrassed that you see me like this.
I got a chance for us to rock again. I'm getting the band back together.
Rock again. I haven't sang since she left me. I don't think I have it in me anymore.
None of us do. That's why we're gonna get the flick of fate.
What? The flick of fate? What is that?
It's a powerful artifact that will bestow the power to rock upon whoever has it.
Well, if anything, it'll help me forget. But I promise you, I'm not what I used to be. And I'm gonna try and sing out a note.
Okay.
All right then. And I clear my voice and I cough and I try and sing something. I'm not actually gonna try and sing right now, but
All right. Roll a performance check.
it's already in there.
Oh. It's not bad for how bad of a state he seems to be in. Some things cannot be lost when they are part of you. Yeah, you're still a real good singer.
Sound just fine to me, friend.
You still got it. You just need a little boost. And not that kind of boost I point towards his heroin and whatever he has over there.
All right.
Doug
well, let me
was at the
gather
table scraping it up, getting it ready for him. That's what he thought he meant for boost.
one last hit before we leave, then, and we must go down to the dock so I can wash my hair.
I just prestidigitate his hair clean.
Look at that. Someone actually had an idea for once.
All right. Well, still need to go wash my pants.
I'm not touching those even with magic.
Okay. Well, after collecting up your compatriots, you actually spend a little bit of time back in the city, and you make your way back to the old clubhouse. As you guys are entering the old clubhouse, you can see it's just covered with just a big layer of dust. Everything in there is has not been touched in over 4 years. The magic jukebox that you guys have that actually has your kind of your greatest hits is sitting disrepaired, and its glow seems to be missing, almost like someone had broken in and taken some major components of it. And it seems to be non-functional right now. The shelves are bare, but there is one cask of malt beer left still. And I'm not sure if it's any good or not, but that's basically all that was left there.
I run over to the beer and have a drink.
It's not good. It is a little bit rancid.
I cast Mending on the jukebox.
It does not seem to work because the only way that you'd be able to fix the jukebox if you were to find the pieces that went missing.
Okay.
Someone must have broken into the clubhouse at some point and stolen the important parts.
I go over to the spot that I had that was just Damien's spot. I smash a hole in the floorboard and pull out a little lock box. Unlock it and pull out a really shiny black and red trimmed rapier.
Ooh.
I'm gonna sleight of hand, do some more drugs.
Yeah, no one notices.
Yes.
You are doing stewed. You need to do a Constitution saving throw now, though.
Oh.
You guys look over, and sitting on the table there, slouched over, passed out, is Derbyud. Sorry, but not Dearmood. Sorry.
Made it a whole 3 blocks. I guess that's a record for him.
Well, we're gonna have to keep an eye on him from now on.
I'm gonna go up to him, turn him up, pick him up, and turn him upside down and shake him to see if any drugs come out.
I would say that would be.
Keystring them.
Pardon?
Nothing. I was gonna say keystring them.
He was running low at the time when you guys found him, so that would have been close to the last of the stash. He'd either have to go get more, or you'd have to get more for him.
Okay.
I pull the rapier out of the box, and then reach back down in the hole and pull out a a band of just way too many daggers, and like strap them to the inside of my overly extravagant coat. And then I give the rapier a little test flick, and then we're good to go. So
Alright.
Slash, where are we? What's the mission? What's the job?
And I explained to them exactly what the my mentor had told me on his deathbed about the old empire and the flick of fate, and that is the resting place of the flick is in the dungeon, and that it's going to be very dangerous.
All right. So as you guys are planning, you would have enough time to get any equipment you needed in town. You guys did do pretty well for yourselves. You would be able to buy any of the mundane equipment that you would have got ready before this session here. You take a couple days in the clubhouse, kind of getting ready before you went on your trip out eastward towards this tomb. Is there anything you guys would have wanted to do before heading out that way?
I definitely need to go see my dealer.
Yeah, you get your dealer, and I would say you get you would be able to get 3 hits of Sood. So Sood, I'm going to type it out here, and I'm 100% stealing this from Critical Role, but it is a cool drug.
Please don't sue.
No drugs are cool. Pardon?
Matt Mercer, please.
Yeah.
Please don't sue Matt Mercer. We love you.
I think it's actually in the new guide actually.
Oh yeah, it might be.
And I believe so you'll have
Spice.
you'll have that your pick of blue Sood, brown Sood, or red Sood, and any amount of heroin that you want.
Okay, how much does the Sood cost me? I'm gonna spend all 15 of my gold.
Yeah. I would say even with that, you would have to borrow from your friends or steal from your friends in order to afford the Sood. The heroin you'd be able to cover easy, but Sood is a magic drug, so it's much more costly than that. It would probably be, for the 3 hits, it would be probably about 70 gold pieces.
Well, I might have to try and acquire the Sood in an illegal way.
Roll. How would you do it illegally?
Do I just go see like some sketchy dealer or what?
Yeah, you know plenty of dealers. Like, you got a guy, and doesn't like you that much because sometimes you're a little bit. I'm
gonna go intimidate him.
Cheap out, but
Words of terror.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. Roll intimidation with advantage.
15.
It would be enough for him to give you 1 thing of Sood, but the other 2 you'd have to pay for. Sorry, I'm skipping through some of the roleplay aspects so we can get to the dungeon. But,
okay, yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I'll just
Like,
take, okay, I'll just take the 1 hit of Sood and then all the heroin I can handle.
Okay, so I would just say you've got indeterminate amount of heroin. And one hit of Sood. Of your choice, whether you want blue Sood, red Sood, or brown Sood.
Let's go red.
Okay, so that gives you the meta. I posted in the chat there. basically, if it works for you, you get a shot at using meta magic and doing a distance spell. You get one sorcery point, and you could do distance spell.
Good enough. Good to go.
Okay. All right. Anything else, guys?
Throughout this time, I just kind of like wander around the streets playing music as I just go where I want, but then figure out we're supposed to be leaving soon, and then head back.
Okay.
Yeah, I would have just
I
been
would be-
wandering around gambling, like arm wrestling and wrestling people for cash.
I
Okay.
would have spent the time cleaning up our base and repairing anything that needed to be, that could be, and making sure that our emergency teleportation circle that we previously set up is still clean and working.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I would have
no
been
one is-
helping with that.
Yeah, and you guys do clean it up a little bit. The place looks a lot better. You get the chairs are kind of fixed up. Teleportation circle works perfectly fine. And you guys would be able to transport yourself to that whenever you have the ability to. Yeah, the place is looking nicer. Feels bad that the jukebox is broken because you'd like to hear some of your old music, but you know what you're gonna do.
Can I check that out to see what it would take to repair it? Like, see what's actually missing from it?
Yep. Roll an investigation check.
Slash isn't the brightest. Oh, but
Yeah, no, that's good enough. It's you guys are fairly familiar with the jukebox. There is a audio core that is used in these types of magic jukeboxes, and they can be found or bought in a lot of different locations. They're often found in locations of magical musicians as well. They're kind of a favorite thing they use for various tricks for shows that they play or stuff like that. So
all right. Now in town here, would any of those be readily available? So in this time before we head out, could we get the jukebox fixed?
yeah, I would say you would be able. It'd be pretty costly. They're about. It's a tough enchantment to do, so it'd be about 1,000 gold pieces to get it fixed. Oof. So.
Well, I don't know about you, Damien, but I don't have that on me anymore. It's been a long time since we played a show.
I got some money from the fencing business, but as you could see by the state of the shack, it's not really that extravagant. A lot of my money's long gone.
Well, I guess we gotta hope to make it big after we find the flick. We can get this place back to its old glory.
We could steal it. No, you're right. You're right. We can get it after. We can get it after.
Someone say steal?
No. Go back to your drugs.
Oh.
Don't you get yourself thrown in
Really?
jail again? Lord
I
knows
look over at Onslow and say, "What even are you?"
He's a
You never were the
lizard man, remember?
brightest. Shake my head.
I actually don't know.
Now,
He's a
guys, we
lizard.
just got the band back together. Let's not squabble already.
Oh, I forgot to
Sure
point
thing.
it out when I was introducing my character, but Damien is extremely gangly. He's 6'3" and does not weigh very much, but pretty much looks the same as he did.
Where is the dungeon we're going? Is it far away?
It is. I think it is about 2 days' journey east of Davenport. So it's actually, coincidentally, really close to where you guys are.
Ah,
Convenient.
How convenient! Yeah.
everyone is ready.
Yeah,
I
what
am.
the hell?
All right, so you guys make your trek out, and while it does take 2 days for you guys to get to the general area where you're supposed to be, it would take another 2 or 3 days to actually find this hill that was described to you. And eventually, you do come across a spot that you think could fit to be the hill that Charles had actually mentioned to Slash. So you arrive at a hill. It's a low, flat-topped hill. It's only about 200 yards wide, 300 yards long, and 60 feet high. Only ugly weeds, thorns, and briars grow upon the steep sides and bald top. There are black rocks upon the top of the hill, and they are kind of just barely in view for you to look at. Okay? And this seems to be a likely location of the hill that they discussed.
It's got to be here. It's exactly as Master described it.
Oh my god. After all these days, you'd think we would have found it by now. This must be it.
I just lean against one of the rocks and keep plucking my banjo.
Your master, he did not describe the entrance.
It was his dying breath, all right. Give the man a break.
Could have lasted a bit
Well,
longer.
his dying breath could have been somewhere closer as I'm panting up the hill.
I think I'm gonna be the next one to die. I'm not used to walking anymore.
I really hope that's foreshadowing.
So how much fighting do you think we'll have to do down there? Because most of us aren't really good at that, if I remember correctly.
Says the guy whipping a rapier around.
I said most.
Well,
Shag?
I've been wrestling for the last 4 years, so I flex my biceps.
We also got this weird crocodile thing that he can eat anyone.
Yeah.
If there's any crates down there, they don't stand a chance.
Well, hopefully we run into a gelatinous crate.
All right, how would you guys like to investigate around here? What would you like to do?
Look for any landmarks first, I guess.
Or any unnatural places on the ground, I guess, that may have some trapped ore.
If there's any wildlife around, I am going to try to make friends with them and cast Speak with Animals.
There is, if you look around, actually, in this location, there is not an animal to be seen. It is, you realize when you start looking, it is creepy that there is, so you wouldn't have spent it because you didn't see any there, but it kind of unsettles you a little bit that there doesn't seem to be not even a single bird nearby.
Is there any, like, what would have appeared to at some point have been a trail? Like a basin of hill that's kind of worn down more than the rest?
Roll an investigation check.
Oh,
You know what?
no.
Even you don't even need to roll investigation. You just you take a look around the hill. Most sides of the hill it's just kind of rounded up. There's the opposite side of where you showed up though. There seems to be like a sheer kind of like drop off, made of sand and gravel, and it's about like just seems to be this pile of sand and gravel, kind of like if you go to like the cutbacks. And you've just got this fallen over sand and gravel, like this water had washed a bunch of it away, and it's just kind of like this steep pile on the one side. It's about 20 feet high, and that seems to be the aside from the black rocks at the top of the hill, that seems to be the only discernible feature on the hill.
Does this area smell any different?
Not really. No, it just kind of smells like you're near a forest. You kind of smell like the dead leaves and stuff like that. Nothing out of the ordinary.
Okay.
I would like to investigate the rock at the top.
You go up to the top and you see that the rocks are actually laid out. There are two kind of sitting on top that are about equal distance apart. There's one about 10 feet below that one, and the rocks they're about 6 feet wide, and they're kind of like square shaped. And just kind of like, but like roughly weathered down. So there are two that are right beside each other. One that's kind of in the middle of them, but a little bit lower, and then a whole bunch of them seem to be put together to make a U. Kind of looking from the top, if you look down, if you were to look from above, you would think they would kind of look like a jack-o'-lantern smiley face. So the top two rocks would look like eye holes, one would look like a nose hole, the rest would look like teeth.
Are there no markings on the rock?
No, they're just pure black. It's weird. They're almost like they almost look like obsidian, but not quite as hard.
Hmm.
I don't know what to make of it.
Maybe the old man was had dementia in his old age.
Well, we could go and look
I
around
start
in
to,
that
like-
gravel pile.
Look really angry as I white knuckle grip the axe.
Oh, I mean no offense. It's just he was really old.
We're all really old.
It's
You ain't
true.
no spring chicken yourself.
It's here, all right. Haven't
Maybe-
come all this way just to turn back now.
Maybe the entrance is buried behind that sand and gravel on the other side of the hill.
We could check it out.
Go check it out. Yeah.
Okay.
Worth a try.
How would you guys how are you guys checking this out? So there's like where are you going to start poking around? What are you going to be looking at? Where are you going to be when you examine this? It's about that side is about sorry, let's look it up here. Just a moment. It's at least 100 feet wide left to right.
And the black rocks are above it on the cliff top?
Yeah, on top of it, yeah.
Alright, well, underneath the black rocks, on like the face of the cliff, I'm gonna start poking around with my javelin. Like straight into the wall.
Okay. You which side of the cliff, sorry? Where? Are you going left side, middle, right side?
Right
Kind of like
middle.
quarters the way in? Right in the middle?
Yeah.
You jab with your pole. You don't seem to find thing. You just kind of go like shoulder height and just like start jabbing in. It just kind of like stops about 3 inches into the sand.
There's nothing here.
It's gotta be here. Master wouldn't send me on a wild goose chase with his last request.
I will take a look at some of these rocks, see if anything is off about them, anything interesting.
Okay,
This
roll
whole time-
investigation.
This whole time
Alrighty.
I'm just walking around poking the ground with my staff,
Nat
getting
20.
frustrated.
If you're just poking at the ground, it's just feels like ground. The rocks, when you look at the rocks, you obviously can tell someone had placed those somewhere on purpose, but it looks like the way that they've been placed on the ground. You kind of nudge them around a little bit as much as you can. They only seem to be there for like decoration almost.
These rocks weren't always here. Someone put them here.
I'll continue poking the wall with my stick.
Okay,
Move
once again, where on the wall would you be poking? So, like, the thing about this dungeon, guys, is that you got to make sure that you're very
Specific.
specific in where you're going to be looking for stuff.
Well, I started from the center. I'm just slowly walking left and just keep jabbing forward into the wall.
Okay. So you're just jabbing about shoulder height still? You're just going to the
waist
left?
height, shoulder height, just poking the wall.
So yeah, you're just
Spear
poking the wall, going all the way to the left, and you find absolutely nothing.
I kind of wiped the sweat off of my head.
I'm gonna go.
Not worth it.
Can you?
It'll be
I'm gonna go
worth it.
halfway between where
wrong.
Catlin
Could you
started
fuck off right
and
now?
Sorry,
the other end and cast Earth Tremor.
Oh.
Earth Tremor. Could you show me that one again?
Start banging on my drums.
You're on the right hand side or the left hand side of the wall?
Like I'm gonna go halfway between where Catlin started and the end where hasn't been checked yet.
Okay. So kind of like in between, like you get over there, and some dust, some of the sand actually kind of falls through, and you can actually see there is a small hole on that seems to be kind of poking out about 15 feet up the wall. There seems to be a small hole that is appearing on the left side of the hill. And it's just kind of like a little sinkhole, kind of how you know how like sand, if there's a place for it to fall in, it kind of displaces and it kind of sinks into a location over.
Doug, you could not have done that earlier.
Sorry, guys. My drums needed a bit of a tightening. They weren't gonna make the boom boom I needed them to.
Well, I guess we start digging underneath where that place opened up, trying to get higher or make the hole bigger.
Yeah, if you're digging underneath, you realize that you're basically digging into a rock wall. You have to actually kind of like climb your way up a little ways up the wall and start actually digging, like I said, around 15 feet above where you guys are standing. And see, you start to see there is a small crawl space starting to open up your eyes.
Getting too old for this shit.
I thought it was a sheer sandy cliff. How could you climb it?
You guys get creative. I don't know.
Someone stands on top of the Goliath's shoulders.
Yeah, the Goliath would be able to reach up pretty close to getting up there.
I'm bored out of my mind, Oren. Hoist me up. I'll go in first.
All right. There's no drugs in there, at least.
Oh, I already took some before I went in, so I'm ready.
Well, if there are, he'll be the one to find them.
I'm gonna drop you guys on.
Oh my god!
So,
Should
yeah.
have took dark side. Rip.
Oh, if we needed dark vision, this campaign's done before it started.
Dark
So
side.
Blake, can you see anything, Blake?
Yep.
What can you see?
I can see, like, on the very north side, pretty much everything along a kind of jagged wall here.
Okay. Then if I do this, sorry, I haven't done this one. If I do this and I do that, can you see now? See a
Yep.
little more?
I can see
So-
a hallway.
Okay, so you see there before you the air starts to open up, and you can see just a little bit of light leaking in towards what seems to be a 20-foot wide hallway. So just a point of reference for this map, guys. The squares on this map are actually 10 by 10 within this dungeon. So just be aware of that. Like, you can still see the grid from Roll20, but the grid that was actually on the map is 10 by 10.
Oh, I see.
Okay. Anybody got a light?
I got dark vision.
Oh, I cast dancing lights as soon as we get in there
Yep.
if we can.
I can do that as well.
Same.
All right. Unfortunately, that is the thing that I didn't have time to do. It was to get you guys your tokens.
Ah, yes.
At the break here, we'll take a break here in a minute. Actually, we can actually take a break right now, I guess, since we're getting into the dungeon itself, and I can make you guys some tokens really quick.
Okay,
Nice.
All right.
I gotta rock this.
We
Yeah.
boosted the Armand in, and then we're just waiting to see what he reports back.
Yeah.
All right.
So-
yeah, and you'll
Alright.
have to give me vision at some point. I can't see anything.
Yeah, the only person that is on right now is Onslow because a couple weeks ago, Blake had the character made up, and I had time to make the.
Okay.
All right. How long do
All
we
right.
have to make tokens? 10 minutes.
10 minutes should be good. Yeah.
All right.
So we'll take a quick 10-minute break.
All
All
right.
right.
Good old heroin break.
Yeah. Make sure you guys send me a picture of your dude. Send it on Discord. All right. Welcome back. So just a reminder for anybody watching, we are using a watch together lobby, which we'll post in chat here. So if you want to listen to the music that we're listening to while we're playing, you can. Yep, there it is. You can hop in and listen to what we're listening to and try and keep the same ambiance that we're all experiencing. Where we left off from before the break, the band had finally been getting back together with a little bit of creative use of some earth tremors. They were able to find an opening into the wall in order to find the dungeon, and they seem to be poking their head in. And DM mute. I don't. You guys screwed me with that one. Diamute is poking his head in and can see with a little bit of light making its way in a corridor before you that is made of plain stone, roughly worked and mortared, with a 10-foot high ceiling. And at the very back end of it, with a little bit of light, you can see there are 2 stone doors at the end of this corridor.
How's it looking?
I describe exactly what you said, and and I think you have to give me vision, Brett.
Oh, I thought I gave vision. It should have sight.
Here, I'll just refresh then.
Or maybe I need to go dynamic lighting. How about that? Does that work?
I'm just refresh my page. Now it's stuck in loading screen. Lol.
If I'm anywhere near there, Brett, I have dark vision. I
Oh
can't
yeah,
see
now
anything.
I can see.
Okay.
Wait, I refreshed my stream and it loaded me into the wrong dungeon. Wait, it says Dungeon of...
Oh, yep, it loaded me into the wrong dungeon. What the fuck?
Oh, just say Dungeon of Kara Race? Just ignore that.
Yeah, it loaded me into Dungeon of Kara Race with all of the other characters. Alright, one sec again.
Technical difficulties.
Ignore Dungeon of Kara Race. That was the name that I gave it before I switched it to an anagram of a certain rock musician.
Yeah, but having...
At least you
Gerbeck
didn't refresh
loaded.
your page and get put into Descent to Avernus.
Well, that's what happened, but it was titled
Oh.
Dungeon of Kara Race.
Mine wasn't. It was just actually titled Descent to Avernus.
I clicked on my character sheet and loaded up Gerbeck. Alright. I'm back.
Sorry, everybody. So what can you guys all see? Can anyone see?
Nothing.
Shit, nothing. Okay,
I
I thought.
see a
nothing.
black rectangle.
Go to the top.
We should have had that figured out before we started. Sorry.
Throw on the technical difficulties banner.
I'm not gonna mute them, so it's funnier listening to us debug it.
Okay, yeah, I can't see anything.
Just a second. Okay, so I am using Legacy. Dynamic lighting. So
This is my favorite part of any D&D campaign.
I know.
Trying to figure out how lighting works.
Brighton, can you refresh and see?
As long as I don't get
See
put
anything?
into Avernus.
I think this is more Roll20's fault than anything.
Yeah, probably.
Yes, it is Roll20's fault.
So far, I'm not in Avernus. So it's looking promising.
Can you see a wall with a little corridor?
I can see a black rectangle with very few features. Yep.
Fuck. I knew I forgot to do something. So who can see anything? So just Blake right now, right?
Yeah, I can
guess
see.
so, yeah.
Oh, right. The tokens need to be applied to your character sheets.
that
That's
would
the
do it.
issue. That's what's doing it. Okay.
Still Roll20's fault.
Edit. Use selected token. So now you should be able to see Jordan.
Nothing, but I'll refresh.
Try refreshing.
All right.
Um,
The third time's a charm.
then we have. We're in. All
No,
right, Damien's way up there.
I got nothing.
Scroll. Make sure you scroll to the top of the page, Craig.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Somebody play the Benny Hill theme song on our media share.
Oh, your default token, Catlin. Your default token is still the torch, so that should hopefully change it now.
Nice.
Damn it.
We'll edit this out for the YouTube video.
Oh, we won't.
Or no, we gotta leave it in. Strict D&D.
And
So-
dear mute.
How's Twitch chat doing?
Good.
I think we've been dropping viewers. Okay, so no one can see anything still?
Nope.
I
I
can
haven't
try
been
refreshing.
but I can't see anything. But my character doesn't have dark vision, so I haven't really been trying.
Yeah, my character also doesn't have dark
Fuck's
vision,
sakes.
so
Okay, yeah. The dynamic
Nope,
lighting
can't
does
see
move
shit.
when I move around. Interesting.
you said interesting because your dynamic lighting works, Blake.
Yep.
It's like a standard feature. Why is that interesting?
Well, because I don't know why it'd be working for me and not for you guys.
Because I made yours like ages ago. I made your token on this map ages ago. And
Oh, gotcha. I see.
yeah.
Are you using the new and improved?
No,
in
I'm
air
not. I'm
quotes
using
dynamic
Legacy.
lighting?
I'm using Legacy. Legacy is enabled and force line of sight, or is disabled. The other one is disabled. The hell? I don't know, man. I'm at a loss here. So we've got details, represents character. Oh, for sakes.
You might have to edit the actual character sheets, and then select each token and save it as the default token for that character sheet.
We can see.
How about now? You can see? Ah, that's the issue. Okay. For sakes. Gotta turn on so many things. Represents character. Damien Firestride. You can see.
I can see the top of what appears
Let
to
there
be a
be light.
map.
And Doug, you can see.
Oh,
Hey, wait, is
Hey.
this the hill we would have been poking around on?
And
Yeah, it was a big hill.
Yeah. And we have Slash. You can see.
Hey, I can see.
And we have Dear Mute. You can see. Okay.
Yes.
Fuck's sakes. I'm so sorry,
So-
guys.
You did it.
So
So-
each one of these tiles here, where I just drew, is 10 by 10.
Yeah.
But we can still just look at the roll 20 tiles and it lines up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like we
Yeah.
are still 5x5, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Awesome. All right, I'll go back to the combat screen because it's no longer technical difficulties.
Okay.
All right. Thanks for your patience, guys.
Yeah, sorry about that. That was rough. All right, so Dear Mute, you can see this corridor, and now you can actually see this corridor. At the end of the corridor, you see two stone doors. What would you like to do?
Guys, there's 2 doors up here and a long hallway, and that's about it. Looks like we have to journey deeper.
Help me up.
I'll reach down and try and pull this big muscly man up.
Yeah, I'd say you could do it with enough effort.
All
When I'm-
right.
Is it
Pull
still like
up into the
a tiny
hole, and he
hole?
kind of Winnie the Poohs for a second because he's so much bigger than you. He gets but instead it's his massive fucking shoulders.
All right. When I climb
Um,
through, my suspiciously still jet black hair falls off, revealing a really balding comb over.
I guess.
It was a wig.
whoever would have guessed?
I'm so ashamed.
We'll just put the wig back on.
I do.
Okay,
Then I reach back out of the hole and ready for the next person to help.
I throw up after I see what I saw.
Just toxic.
Onzo is trying desperately not to laugh.
I try
Doug's
to
too
like.
dumb to even have noticed.
what you guys doing?
I try to take like a running like step up the wall to grab. Wait, I gotta remember people's names. The Johnny
I know it's tough,
Goliath's
right?
hand.
Orin. Okay, so yeah, Damien, you get pulled up.
I'll head in as well.
Okay, yeah, you can all enter if you so
I'm
choose.
gonna need a hand, boys.
I already left everyone
Hey,
behind.
I
to go
reached
look
down
at
and tried to give
Slow
him a
down,
hand.
guys. Okay, everyone do one thing at a time because you are in a dungeon
Okay.
with that
Yeah,
is
stuff.
probably has traps, right?
Do not pull a Logan
So
and just sprint around the map.
okay, it's just easier for me. Like when people do things one at a time, I can let you know if something is going to happen. Okay, so it will be a little bit like we'll have to make sure that we know exactly where people are at every point. Okay, not saying there's any traps in this corridor.
No, there are
I'm
totally
just
none.
saying. I'm just saying.
Keep checking for traps.
Alright, so we're all up on the foot of the entrance here, but just standing right at the start of this tunnel.
Okay.
I took a couple steps ahead, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so yeah, so we're all in that position there. Nothing has happened so far.
My guy is fairly careless, so he's probably just gonna waltz right up to the door.
Okay. So you walk up to the door. When you get to be about, as soon as you get to about here.
He does.
Sorry. As soon as you get to about there, the floor underneath you shifts. You can feel the it shifts ever so slightly, and you hear like a clicking noise. I need everybody to roll initiative.
Oh
Lord.
boy.
Click on your tokens first, so.
Yeah.
Oh,
I like how I still get to go before Craig.
Fuck you.
All right. So Damien, you actually hear or see the little shift in the movement as like there's this the platform gives a little bit way to the step of Diarmuid. I'm gonna butcher it every time. I'm sorry.
love
Diarmuid. And something doesn't quite seem right. You get the feeling. What would you like to do?
I yell out to Deermood, that tile shifted. That doesn't seem good. You should probably run away.
Well, I know.
And I look around at the walls to see if like anything else is moving.
Roll a quick perception check. This will be your action.
God. I'm not perceptive.
You have nothing seems to have changed.
Alright. So I guess for my movement, I just kind of duck, just in case.
Okay, yeah, so you get down low.
Like
Okay.
squatting, not prone, though.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, making yourself a smaller target. Okay, Doug, you see that there seems to be something not quite right.
I
would you
am
like to do?
going. I'm going to sprint forward, and
No.
Okay.
and I am going to grab Deermood and protect
so-
him.
Okay. Are you taking this grapple willingly?
Yes.
Okay. You are now grappled by Doug.
Well, I would be like holding him like around him as much as I can be.
Can you
Okay.
even make it to me and grapple me?
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
wasn't
he was.
that far.
Doug was right there, so it's within. He was exactly within 30 feet. Oh, 25 feet.
25 feet, yeah.
Yep,
Okay.
it's all good.
And yeah, that's my action.
Okay. So Slash at this point seems like after every 6 seconds would have happened here, you can actually see right over here, right next to Oran, a piece of the wall has now moved out about a foot, and it is currently moving to the, from your point of view to the right, from Doug's point of view to the left.
Wait, which wall?
And it's
Like the
sliding
door or the wall?
Right here. The wall is pushing out like it's like a pillar all of a sudden just started pushing out. And you can kind of hear the scraping noise that it's making. Yeah, going that way. Right.
Is it the
here.
entire? Sorry, I didn't see your
Nope,
ping.
just
this
it's
one?
about 10 feet, or sorry, yeah, about 10 feet of the wall right here. 10 feet wide is pushing out. It's about 1 feet jutted out past the 1 foot past where it originally was. Like it's kind of inching its way out.
Everybody in! It's closing.
What if we can't get out?
Got teleportation magic.
Figure it out later.
All right.
And I'm gonna run in.
Okay.
Yeah, I will.
You run in.
At this point, I'm old enough and fulfilled enough in life that if I die, I die. And I follow them in, and it's a one shot. I don't care about this character that much.
Well, it wasn't quite your turn yet, was it?
I don't know. It's
There,
hot.
Damien?
I did mine. No, it's not your turn. Oh.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
the
we're still
highlight
going on
of the turn
initiative here.
order lies.
Yeah.
He thinks about doing it.
He thinks about how fulfilling his life is.
Hey, in my defense, the turn order tells me it's my turn.
Oh, did it not update? Sorry. Yeah, it's Ansel's turn.
All right. I'm just gonna slowly walk in as I play my banjo. Do, do, do. Just not giving like too much of a fuck. Oh no, it's slowly closing.
Okay, so like every 6 seconds, it seems to move about 6 inches. At this point, it's starting to get really close to Oran. What do you want to do?
Well, Damien, it's in or out. And I walk in.
Okay. Deermood, what are you doing? Just embracing the hug?
It's been a long time since I've been hugged. You're very warm. No, that's not where this is going.
No, I mean, it was sad. It's all. It was so sad.
No, I thought everyone was starting to take it that I started getting hard or something here.
No, it was just. I felt for
most
you.
of us are bards.
And I hug Doug back. And I'm like 8 inches taller than him, so I kind of have to like bend over a little bit.
Okay. Now, as soon as that happens, where the door was originally closing very slowly, you hear this loud creaking noise, and a huge slam as it just rushes off, closes off the area directly behind you. So this area is now, this wall just pushed in right in front of you, Damien, and you just felt the whoosh of the air, and all this dust kicks up. Everyone's kind of choking and coughing. This dust kicked up. And there is now a wall stuck between you guys, and Damien is kind of forced to the outside.
Oh.
And that's it. That's the initiative count.
Slow down there,
Everything seems to have stopped at this point. You now have excuse me, a wall. Some draw it here. A wall right across this way.
It's doomed for him. Let's go in.
I can't see a thing. Somebody
Yeah,
turn on
it
the
is-
lights.
It is now
hear me?
completely dark. Those are basically the only two people that can see stuff right now. Well, Damien can see stuff because there's still light coming in. Doug and Dear Mood can see. Okay,
Okay,
so
so
on.
dancing
What told me,
lights.
Doug?
Okay. Is there any flavor for the dancing lights that you want to?
Yeah, they look kind of like will-o-wisps, like kind of like the weird lights you'd see in the swamp.
Oh yeah. Okay, so they're a little bit creepy. They give off enough light that you guys can see.
Yep, they're like this kind of
Nice.
dull green.
Damien, you cannot hear a word they're saying at this point.
I thought they were gonna look like fireflies in jars. You fucking redneck.
Can I cast a message to Damien?
Yes. Cast message.
Are you alive?
I can respond to message, right?
Yep.
You can
yes.
respond to this message.
Yeah.
Yes, but I can't get through, or at least I haven't tried to figure out a way yet.
Why don't you just cast Dimension Door?
That's on the list.
Call that Plan D.
That's planned after we look for another way to open the door.
But Damien would have been able to hear that because message
Oh,
works for
yes, that's right.
Orin right now.
I'll crack my knuckles and be like, I know how to open the door. And then I attempt to get my fingers between the wall and slide the door back open.
There is no seam. It is basically there's no place for you to fit your finger. Unfortunately.
Especially your big sausage fingers.
Yeah.
Doug is just going to run forward and take one massive swing at it. Or
All right.
with both of his.
Roll an
hands.
attack. you just bounce right off and fall flat on your ass.
Wall's too big, boys.
You did hear a little thud off of that, but like just a little bit of a thud, very muffled.
I try to cast Reduce on the stone door.
Fortunately, I would not call this is more of a struck check, so I'm not sure. Let me see. How would that, like, if you were to cast Reduction on a house, theoretically.
Well, on a house, I'd imagine it would just reduce the component of the house you touched. But if it was a house made of giant stones, then I guess you would probably reduce one giant stone.
You know what? I'll allow it. I'll allow it. This is, one large stone, and it goes down about half the size, and it's kind of, it doesn't, like, go down and shrink, like it, it's really complicated. Work. That's fucking weird.
It works entirely
No,
how you
I'd
decide
say-
it works.
Yeah, I would say, it does work. It does shrink down, and there is just like kind of gets pulled a little ways back in wall a little bit because of that.
So it's now small enough that I can just run past the opening.
Yeah, for 1 minute.
All right. Well, I say that works, and I run in.
Guys, of you to join us, Slowpoke.
Big now.
All right, now what would you guys like to
What kind, like, what's the door look like? Is there a handle? Does it have to be like slid open, or?
There seems to be handles on.
Well, the door that I am in front of, I am going to check for traps because I am
Okay.
terrified of what I just saw.
Roll and investigate.
Damn.
Doesn't seem to be trapped.
I'm gonna try it then.
Okay. Pull on the door. Doesn't budge. Push on the door. It doesn't budge.
Well, guys, I think we're trapped in here.
Looks like it needs a little bit of persuasion.
Might need some muscle over here.
And I'm going to come yank on it.
Oh, hang on. Sorry, no, I misspoke. You pull on the door. Sorry, I misspoke. You pull on the door, and the door opens up. I misread that. The door opens up to reveal the mortared wall. Completely blends right in with the wall surrounding it. It looks like this just appears to be a door that goes nowhere.
It's a real fake door.
I tap on the wall that's behind the door. Is it actually wall or is it an illusion?
Roll investigation check. It's not an illusion.
Oh
It's
my
actually,
god, I'm getting better.
seems to just be a wall.
Okay.
You want to try the other door?
You know what? Sure. Check it for traps, I guess.
Roll an investigation check.
Oh my god.
Seems to be untrapped.
I am going to give him inspiration.
Okay.
It's
Oh,
good
okay.
to see you, Dermot, doing something again. And I slap him on the back. It's like, you've got this. I believe in you.
Okay, so you can roll that investigation with what is it you guys have now?
I
Tens?
think it's
Yeah,
a D10.
D10.
D10, yeah.
Okay.
So I add a D10 to this?
Yep, yeah, so just roll a D10 and add it on top.
Oh,
Nice.
Boom.
It does
I was
not
feeling
seem to be
inspired.
trapped.
Okay, I'll try and open it.
Alright, you open it. You see the mortared wall once again.
I'm gonna try and tap this wall.
You've got about 15 seconds left on your spell.
Can we add in the dynamic lights? Or the dancing lights? Because it's basically black.
Yeah, I can figure out a way to do that. How wide are they? The dancing lights?
They shed dim light in a 10-foot radius.
10-foot radius? Okay.
Yeah.
I'll just copy this guy, paste this guy.
Thank God.
I'm gonna tap on this wall and see if it's real wall as well.
Poke everything with a 10-foot pole.
Oh, I mean, we're stuck in this tiny corridor. Something's gotta be fake here.
Or this was a fake entrance into the dungeon and we're
Or
trapped for
that's true.
That would be awesome.
We all die of starvation.
Um,
Would totally eat
I
the
will
shit
make
out of
this-
you guys.
We just leave because we can teleport
All right,
out.
can you guys see that ball I just made? no, you can't. This is
No. Oh, there it is.
There it is.
That's 10 feet of dim light. So I'll just copy that as much as you guys need them.
Okay.
Perfect.
And you get 5 of those?
4.
4? So we'll just use those. Those will be your dancing lights. Use
Okay.
dancing lights.
All right. They're basically just going to be all kind of like slowly drifting around me in
Okay.
like no particular pattern, just like kind of hovering there.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna take a swing at this wall.
I'll let you control these.
Okay.
But yeah, what do you guys want to do? So you've got about 15 seconds. I got distracted with the dancing lights. 15 seconds, and the reduce spell is going to be up.
I investigated that wall with a 17.
Oh, the one behind the door?
Yeah.
Just appears to be a wall.
Oh, I don't know what to do then.
I'm going to hit the one in front of me.
Okay, at this point, as you guys are doing this more, the wall grows back to the same size that it was before, behind. You rolled for attack, and it hits, but it doesn't seem to really do that much damage to the wall.
I want to investigate the thing that came out and see if it actually was just like a fucking door that came out that we have to be on this side to open or something dumb.
What do you mean? Sorry.
I want to see if it is anything but just a solid rock.
Okay, roll investigation. Seems to be a solid rock.
Alright, I vote you cast that teleportation circle and we call this adventure done. Let's wrap it up here. We're trapped.
We could really YOLO it and just dimension door 500 feet behind the wall here.
I can only bring one person with me though.
I mean, I
I'll
know
be
dimension door too.
inspecting this
I
wall
also,
on the right
I
side.
also have it.
Sorry, you're inspecting which wall?
The wall I'm standing by.
Okay, roll perception check or investigation check. Choose.
Holy moly! Well, there's nothing here, boys.
Fucking trap.
All right,
You guys seem to be stuck in a corridor.
guys,
Right.
stand back. I'm going to try something. I'm going to shake the ground
Holy
again.
shit.
Maybe
Don't do that. You might kill us all.
Yeah, it might collapse. Never thought of that.
Well,
Alright.
I don't know.
I vote we systematically inspect every tile of the wall one at a time so that nobody can miss something.
I was gonna say we should try the floor maybe.
Yeah,
All right, so I would say if you're going up when you're inspecting, what are you doing to inspect each tile?
Pushing on it maybe.
Kicking our feet over it.
All right,
Seeing if anything moves.
you guys spend like 20 minutes in here pushing on every single tile or every single portion of the wall that you can find. Nothing seems to happen.
What does this wall look like? Is just flat stone?
It's just flat stone. It's roughly worked and mortared. You got a 10-foot high ceiling.
What about? Is there anything on the ceiling that I can see?
No, it basically looks just like the walls do.
What about the tile that caused the door to close? Can it still be moved?
You step on it, you see that it still has a bit of a little bit of a give it to it, but not like it did before. Like it looks like this got triggered, and that seems to be that. Like it looked like it's a one-time deal.
Well, earthquake it.
Give stand back a little bit.
I'm gonna be super ready to cast dimension door just in case everyone runs.
Same. I will grab the person to my right.
I'll grab Orin.
I see how it
All right, you cast Earth Tremor. I'm guessing that you probably would stand back as well. I would think because you like if you're not casting it on yourself, right? You're casting a little ways. I guess if you put it ahead, yeah, each with a 5.
Oh yeah, I guess I can go 10 feet. So
yeah.
I
So
can go
yeah,
there.
you cast it. Ground shakes a little bit. You see just this little bit of rumbling. It seems to happen. It's just you see a little bit of the tiles crack a little bit just from the shaking, but nothing seems to
All right, somebody play a tasty guitar riff.
I'll
Maybe we got to perform for the door to make it open.
Power rock.
I'm gonna light one of my candles and see if there's a draft coming from anywhere.
Okay. Roll a perception check.
All right. Oh,
Messing this up.
Can't tell. The flame just to you, it just like it looks like it's flickering very, very like non-distinctly. What you don't realize is that you're looking too closely at the candle and you're breathing on it a little bit, and it's throwing off the draft a
Alright.
little bit.
I vote.
The big mouth
We
you
got to
have.
put on the
Reliable
performance.
talent is failing us.
We could try,
I'm
we
gonna
could
try
try
the
breaking all the
acoustic here.
tiles too. See what's underneath the tiles.
We already checked the tiles.
No, I like finish breaking them and like digging them up.
I don't think physical is the way we're getting in here, honestly.
No, I think we need to do a performance, boys. We need to convince the cave that we're worthy of entering.
Yep. I want to try the acoustics in here.
All
All
right.
right.
Because
Set
the only thing we know how to do.
I wish everybody roll a performance check that wants to take part in this jam session in the middle of this corridor.
Even the manager's going to take part with his bagpipes.
Ooh.
He's gonna kill it.
God, bagpipes in this tiny enclosed room would be so fucking loud.
Yeah, what is Lizard Boy? You're not taking part.
It's
You
just
stopped playing the banjo the entire trip.
Oh,
Now you're not gonna play.
Seems like a power cycle to me.
All right, so you guys, those of you guys that play, you have this jam session, and you know what? It feels like the old days, and it's kind of refreshing. You guys are surprised on your trips. You were in such a hurry to get here. You never actually just jammed out, but you know, it feels good. It lightens the mood a little bit. No, the cave does not react, or the corridor does not react in fire form.
Oh,
Sorry,
how about
when
with
I
the
cut out
added
for a second.
banjo?
With the added banjo, it's just like the last little cherry on top for your jam session, but it's not. It doesn't make a difference. It's the corridor seems unmoved.
I stand there
we
clapping.
leave.
Well, shit, boys.
I would like to investigate the door and the door frames down here.
Okay.
Do they have any runes or anything on them, or are they just shitty wooden doors?
Roll well when you look at it. It's just they seem to be just inset into the wall, and then like when you open it up, there's just a little recession where the door was sitting, and it basically perfectly fit the door. There's no runes. There is nothing seems to be out of the ordinary.
Perhaps this is the wrong entrance.
Well,
I'm gonna take another swing at the closing door.
Okay, roll an attack. Okay, roll damage. You take a big swing at this door, and you hit pretty good. Like, and you didn't fall on your ass this time. Even with the 7 bludgeoning damage, it looks like barely scuffed.
Alright,
Oh,
we
yeah.
teleport back home. We try to find some information about this tomb and then come back.
that's what I should have done instead of spending all day looking at that jukebox.
Yeah, I kind of regret cleaning the room now when we could have researched this place.
I mean, no one said we were scholars.
You're not wrong.
I'm just gonna start attacking the floor now, relentlessly breaking all the tiles up.
Yeah, you break up the tiles, and it seems to be just stone underneath.
Oh, I think I'm about to use Dimension Door and get the fuck out of here.
Yep, it's time to port back home, boys.
So
this
nothing
There
on-
must be another entrance somewhere, guys.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking.
All right, Orin, come here. Grab my hand. And I'm going to cast Dimension Door.
Okay. And you just pop out, just on the ground outside the corridor. You can see the sand hasn't moved since you guys went out. It just seems to be the little crawl hole. About the crawl hole seems to be about 10 to 15 feet above.
All right, I'm going to
I will also.
all the way down to the ground, or crawl out, and then I guess before I go down to the ground, I'm gonna like see if there's any other crawl spaces that are close by, maybe within range.
As far as you can tell, you don't see any around here.
Okay, I'm gonna go all the way down to the ground then.
Okay.
I will also dimension door out.
Grab some.
Are you taking somebody with you?
Yes. Who needs a ride?
Just pick one of them that isn't me.
All right, lizard man, let's go.
All right, bro.
And then I take Slash, our boy.
All right. So you guys make it out of the corridor.
Oh, I bring the balls with me, I guess.
Seemingly survived the first trap laid by Boruzo.
I guess you continue along the outer parts here, looking for more crawl spaces at any height.
I would assume we just walk to the left.
Yeah. Do the earthquake again.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go halfway on the other side.
Is your earthquake a cantrip?
No.
First level spell.
Yeah.
Well, now that
So
we know,
you're saying halfway on the other side, you can move your token where you think you're going to be going.
I just gotta back up here.
Instead of using your earthquake, why don't we just go around and poke up where this crawl space was, so we don't use a bunch of our limited resources.
Okay.
Anybody got gust of wind?
Nope.
No.
Nope.
Sand?
Firestorm.
Yes, I have that, I believe.
Firestorm!
I
No,
can,
not
I can
well,
suggest
that's- You
the toll
clip
to work.
All right, so you just start poking up over there, Doug?
Yeah, about the same area.
All right. Right around where you're standing there, you poke up, you poke down, and it just kind of hits solid rock.
All right, repeat at every 5-foot tile along the whole cliff face.
Yeah, I think I go over a little
Okay,
bit more, like
so-
come around here and go.
Okay. Yep. You get nothing there.
We got time to do it methodically, so
Hmm?
just every 5 feet, we'll try again.
I'll let you know. I'll let you know if anything happens.
Prestidigitate can get rid of cubes of sand, right?
I would say
no.
probably not. That'd be like you can get rid of a little bit of dust.
Oh shit! I thought I was all the way zoomed out on the map. That was my mistake.
No. Yeah. No. There's still
There's a whole
thud, or not thud. You felt a noise
Doug.
right about here. All of a sudden, your pole, you got so used to poking it and just hitting nothing, and it just gives right away when you poke up about 10 feet above your head.
All right.
Or not 10 feet above your head, 10 feet above the ground. Everyone just zooms on over. It's like, we found something. I just
tell
need a
Onslaught to
tile.
remember to drag his lights with him.
Yeah, I send message as far as I can.
I don't have control of the lights.
Oh,
I mean, we're probably only like 100 feet away, but I could just yell.
Oh.
at him.
I can bring the lights. It's fine.
Oh, did I actually? I think I actually made. Yeah, I actually made Brayden be able to control the lights.
All right, I cast dancing light. Done.
There we go.
I also will not be able to see inside, so
Okay. So I'm assuming you guys are clearing out that area there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So as Doug, as you dig,
I'm using prestidigitation if I can. I'm not gonna.
I would say it would be too much sand to prestidigitate. You can get
Okay.
rid of a little bit of dust and a little bit of dirt, but this is like cubic masses of sand that you'd have to move.
Okay.
There's 3 of us with it.
So, yeah. So where Orin is standing, like you start putting your hands in up about just above your head there, and there's no give at all. It's like just rock, but you can see beside you, Doug is digging in over there. Dig, Doug. So as you keep digging in, all of a sudden you get a little bit of sand pokes through, and it's a big enough hole that you could poke your head in and get some light in there. Before you have a corridor that is made of plain stone. It is roughly worked, and it is dark and full of cobwebs. The ceiling overhead is obscured by strands of webbing. So I'll open up the for you to be able to see here.
Okay.
Okay, so you should
Remember
be able to see now.
check for false tiles again.
Okay.
You going up, Doug?
Doug sees cobwebs and has a lifelong fear of spiders, so he's gonna dig very, very carefully, not sticking his head in the hole, just like kind of making the hole bigger as he lays on the outside of the hole.
Okay. So yeah, you make enough big enough hole. You don't see any spiders while you're digging.
Well, guys, some webs, no spiders. I say we go in.
Okay.
All right.
Hoist me up again, Orin.
You got it.
And then I'll help him up.
I'm gonna make an investigation check if I can.
I'm going to help because of the trapdoor from last time.
Okay. So you're looking for traps on the floor in front of you?
Yeah.
With the first 10 feet, you do not see any trap tiles from where you're standing.
Okay, 10 feet in, and you want me to roll it? I think my investigation's higher.
Yeah. I will assist him with this.
Oh, that's a big fat lie. Actually, it's the same.
Mhm.
But 15.
Okay. You're looking at the floor there. The tiles seem on the up and up. It doesn't seem like there's any issue with them ahead of you.
How about the wall again?
Take a look at the walls. Roll another investigation check.
With
God
assistance.
Yeah, the walls seem okay. There's a little bit of cobwebs on them, but that's the main difference that you can see between that and the last.
What kind of door is this? Is this a familiar door or is it different?
It looks like the other doors in the other room.
Okay, someone with a brain, come up here and check these doors out. Please.
None of us have a brain. We're all bards.
Well, obviously, I'm rolling hot garbage, so
I'm
somebody
gonna go up
please.
here and investigate the door.
Okay. Roll an investigation check. It seems to be a regular door. Check something here. I gotta double check. Oh, sorry, they're oaken doors. The doors open outward by means of great iron ring poles.
Okay. I'm gonna pull on one. Pull on the one I'm standing in front of.
Okay. You pull on the door, and as soon as you pull on the door, it opens up. But all of a sudden, you start to hear a crumbling noise, and you open up the door, and you see just a blank wall behind it again. Suddenly, the roof above you guys starts to cave in. It appears that all the cobwebs on top of the roof had obscured how shoddily crafted the roof was, and it is causing a cave in. I need every single person. Yeah, everyone is except for everybody but the two in the back there, on the outside, needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
Haha, I am good at these.
As the roof falls down over top.
Oh.
Okay. So as you guys are trying to flee and get out from as the roof starts to topple down on top of you, you take 32 points of damage. Colton takes 32 points of damage, and the rest of you only take 16. As you guys start to dodge falling rubble and debris, and it just drops down on top of you, and it seems to, after all the dust clears, it seems to have subsided. Whew. But yeah, the doors were barely helping hold up the ceiling. Is now collapsed on you.
Another fake room, perhaps.
So those of you guys that were underneath there, like you're stuck under rocks, and you have to push rocks off, and you guys have to go and help each other to get them out from underneath. Like everyone's pretty buried, especially Slash.
Oh.
Slash is completely covered with rocks.
That
I
hurt.
will help dig them out.
Yep. Start digging.
Fuck you, Onslow.
I start playing the bagpipes.
Takes you about 5 minutes to get Slash out from underneath the rocks that have crushed him.
I supervise like a good manager should.
Once they all get out, I will cast Mass Cure Wounds on the 4 that took damage.
That's mighty kind of you. Hey, that's just what some of them needed.
Ding 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 ding.
His cue word's just him playing the fucking thing.
I'll say I didn't do anything nice for you.
Thanks, brother.
I tip my hat.
I say we get the hell out of this room.
Yeah, that would be a good idea.
So now, with the roof collapsed, is there still like enough clearance that we can climb over the rubble and get further in here?
Yeah, you could go and explore a little bit. It'd be difficult terrain, obviously, but the door that was opened, like the rocks that were above it, actually toppled on top and is just shattered. The one that wasn't open seems to be a little bit covered up by rocks. You'd have to move some rocks around to get to it.
Don't open that one, another roof will collapse.
I think it only had one roof.
You say as a rock actually falls from the roof and just clatters right next to Slash.
Do you see any sunlight in there? There has to be another roof above the first roof.
So, I mean, typically you have stuff on top of more stuff on top of more stuff. But this roof was probably the only thing that would have been a roof.
I don't know what you're even talking about.
That's how a hill works, son.
Alright, try to open the other door.
Drugs.
I'm gonna stand safely back here again, though.
Yeah, I already left the room. Fuck
Yeah.
that.
I cannot fence rocks. And
Okay, what do you guys do now?
I guess we look for another entrance.
How? We already
the
meticulously
entrance.
checked the entire hillside.
You guys have not checked the entire hillside.
Oh my god, is it right beside this one?
So it's either to the left or to the right of our current door, because
So-
we checked every 5-foot
Because
tile in between.
Doug started checking over here.
So,
Just so you know.
did anybody do right in the middle?
Did Doug not start checking like right here?
No, Doug was right here. Was where Doug
Oh.
started. Well,
I guess we'll start.
just-
Doug
towards the end.
went here, and then he said he went halfway between the middle or something like that, halfway between the
Yeah.
middle and the left
I
side.
swear to God, Greg.
Oh, sorry.
Alright,
You walk
alright.
right past the door.
Doug, come over to this one.
Hey,
Right
you
here.
found it!
I limp over.
Fucking God.
Doug found something again.
We're off to a good start. If the whole tomb goes like this, we're dead.
All right.
But if you don't do anything, it's a slow death anyway.
So I would say, I assume you guys are uncovering stuff over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, start digging.
You uncover and you find a third corridor.
And I say,
Nobody
wait,
touch anything.
Wait, Doug, keep checking the wall this way until we find maybe another one.
All right. Now,
I didn't mean
Yeah,
to
so
start
it
anyone.
takes you about 15 minutes to get all the way over to the hole that you found before, and then your staff sticks in to that area. And yeah, so
Boring.
this one once again is about 10 to 15 feet above the ground from where you were looking. So the only way you could reach it usually is by poking it with your spear like you were doing.
all right,
Okay.
somebody hoist me up.
So just wait. So Doug, finish the rest of the hill, and there's 0 other doors. This is the last one on the entire hillside. We've checked every tile.
Oh, maybe. But we
Well-
do have another entrance, so we must try it.
Well, we should check the remaining ones first, because the odds are this one's also trapped, and then we can see which one looks the best.
It seems like that's the only entrance that Doug can find.
Okay. This is the last entrance.
Alright, well,
So, Slash, you're poking your head in first, it sounds like?
Yeah, say somebody hoist me up, and I take out a little jar and I scoop some look like petroleum jelly onto my fingers, and I rub it onto my eyes as I cast True Seeing.
True seeing. Oh, all right.
Fine.
Okay. Out to a range of
Up here.
120 feet. Okay. So first off, when you poke your head in, you see there are bright, brilliant colors that are to be seen everywhere. The stones and pigments undimmed by the passage of decades. The floor of the corridor is a colorful mosaic of stone with a distinct winding path of red tiles about 2 feet wide, snaking its way down the corridor. No stonework can be seen on the walls or the ceiling 20 feet above. For some sort of cement or plaster has been smoothed over all of these surfaces and then illustrated upon. So someone has been making drawings and putting them on the sides of the wall here, or illustrations. The scenes show fields with kine grazing, a copse of several wolves in the background, workers of various races and strange human-animal mixtures, pig-human, ape-human, and dog-human going on about various tasks. Certain of the frescoes show the rooms of some building, a library filled with many books and scrolls, the door of a torture chamber, and a wizard's workroom. There are chairs, windows, boxes, bales, doors, chests, birds, bats, spiders, and all manner of things are shown illustrated on the walls. So when you go and look, so you're looking at 120 feet there. Just let me see if there's anything that you might see. You see
Drum roll.
I'm sorry, there's gonna be a bunch of stuff you see, and I gotta figure it out. So within I guess you can only see probably up to about here, but you can see on the ground here. You can see there is a trap door that is about
Okay.
10 feet wide.
I don't know where you're
And then-
pinging because my dark vision doesn't actually go that far.
I
Oh,
moved the
okay. If
dancing
you're
lights into
dark
the
vision,
room.
yeah. If the dancing lights could go in.
1 sec, as I bring them over. Where do you want me to go into? Oh, there is like
About there is good there.
All right.
So you can see there are trapdoors there, based on what you can see from the light, and then it gets a little too dark to actually see anything from there. Sorry,
Okay,
just let me
sorry
look.
about the bugs. There seems to be some kind of object there for the dynamic lighting. I can't see past.
Oh, sorry. Those were. I accidentally drew those in dynamic lighting, instead of on the token layer. My mistake. Let me get rid of those. No, stop. Here. So there are 2 trapdoors there. Have
Good job bringing true sight.
Thanks, man.
sorry, there's a little more than I.
Wait, alright, I'm gonna move the dancing lights forward a bit. So each one of those green boxes is something he sees as a trapdoor?
Yeah. Depending on more will be revealed because it doesn't give him night vision, right? So he didn't need to have light to see further into the chamber.
Alright, how far can dancing lights be from me? 120 feet. Alright, well, since I'm assuming, telling the group that he's seeing some of this shit, I, slowly move my dancing lights down the hallway.
Okay.
Just
As
at
the lights
5
move
foot
over,
intervals.
you can see Slash. You can see there is a trapdoor here.
Okay. I'm gonna keep moving in to where I know is safe.
Okay. So as far as you can tell, when it comes to like trapdoors, that shows you where the trapdoors are. So you know that you won't fall through the floor in places where you don't have the trapdoor set up.
But you don't know that they aren't weighted or something.
Right. All it really tells you is like where these secret doors are.
Oh.
But you know that.
But not where the mechanism is for them.
Right. Yeah. It wouldn't.
Like,
Yeah. It wouldn't tell you where the mechanism is. It just tells you that there's a door there.
Like Brett, if we were in this other tunnel to our right, this true sight would not reveal that pressure plate, would it?
No.
Yeah.
I don't think so, at least.
So you still gotta be really careful.
Yeah.
We're coming up.
Okay.
Looking at the walls, is anything like, I guess, magical? I guess I don't know that. I know if it's hidden.
So when you have true sight, basically that just shows you invisibility and lets you see through illusions. From where you're standing, you see no illusions. You see no extra doors there. Sorry, just let me look up. When you're standing close to that area near this trapdoor, to your right there, the most outstanding feature in that area is you have 2 jackal-headed human figures that are painted so as to appear to be holding a real bronze chest that protrudes from the wall. So I'm going to show you.
Alright, I walk up beside my lizard friend, but do not go further in yet.
Okay, so you see that. So, and right beneath the chest is actually where the this trapdoor is. You can see.
And we're coming in from the hallway at the back of the room, or are we coming in from the front of the picture?
You were
This would
coming
be our-
from. Yeah,
This is from our point of view, basically.
That's from your point of view, exactly. Yeah. Okay. So you've got the jackal basically on that side of the wall. You've got some pictures where it's the jackals next to the chest. Then it has the. You can kind of see it there. It has the door that looks like a torturer's chamber, and then on the other side you've got the wizard's workroom on the other side of the wall, like across from the corridor.
Okay. So that door is painted on?
Yeah, it
Not a
appears to
real
be. Yeah,
door? Okay.
appears to be painted.
I say we try it anyway.
I mean,
The
I would know
door
it's
is
a secret door,
technically.
right?
Just a second. Sorry, the true sight has definitely changed the way that I expected to see this happen.
This red path on the ground which just would have fucked us over so hard.
Yeah, well, I mean, besides this
Yeah.
one trapdoor in front of the chest, the red path looks like it avoids the other
Yeah.
trapdoors.
So and then the jailer's door is not above the trap door, and then over here you have the wizard wall, and then going on further, you can see just even further past the jailer's wall, you can see that there is some images of some chairs and some windows. And then after that, that's where you see some pictures of the birds, and then another picture of a chest. It's seems to be a pretty interesting mosaic. Okay, and now that you've moved the dancing lights over there, I will also allow you to see. You can see. There's a trapdoor here. Trapdoor here.
Okay, yep, the red path sucks.
All right.
The one thing, and because you're using True Sight, this massive 6th level spell that I didn't expect you to do, I will let you know. Like when you look down at the floor below you, there are runes seemingly along the red path, but they don't seem to make any immediate sense to you.
All right. I move my.
That's because you used a big old 6th level spell, which has helped you with all that stuff.
So there's runes on the floor?
Like barely noticeable runes following, inscribed into the red path.
All right, and then I move my dancing lights to the final end of my range from where I stand now.
And
Okay,
you should be able to
and
scroll
you
over
can
there.
see at the very back side there, you can see at the very end there, you see this without the N. It's a statue. On the wall at the end there, before you, is a relief sculpture of a devil face formed of mosaic. The face has a huge O of a mouth, inside of which the space is dead black, and it is the hole is about 3 feet in diameter.
And by the look of the map, it looks like that red trail is coming directly from that mouth.
And it also branches off. It also branches off to the right as well. There seems to be something over there, but from where you're standing, it's tough to see.
Looks like a fun trail of blood to me, boys.
Yeah, well, I've played video games, so I know that thing shoots a fireball at us. But Slash has no idea about that.
Well, I don't trust that chest very much.
I don't trust a lot of things. I don't even trust the floor.
Now only a fool would go rummaging around in that chest.
I got an idea.
I thought you were gonna say, all right, I open the chest.
Bacon
Well,
of
not
fools.
Technically, the chest would be, if you move that yellow up a little bit, it's more of in the first 5 feet of that square.
All right.
Okay, never mind
I'll move
about
my
this
lights
idea
back
yet.
so we can see here, since now we know what's happening everywhere else. If I organize them better. One sec. I gotta play with my balls.
Heh.
Dancing lights have to be within 10 feet of another dancing light, right?
Yeah. Has to be within 20 feet of another light.
Well, who's gonna try the chest?
Not I.
I want to take a closer look at these runes I see. Do I recognize them as any language that I would
Roll an Arcana check.
Arcana check? Okay, I'm great at these.
I do know a bit about the arcane arts. I had to learn them to help manage. So if you describe them to me, I might be able to assist.
You've never seen anything like that before.
Well, Damien, get your ass in here and take a look instead of standing outside while I get a roof dropped on me.
Well, I can't see the runes, can I? Aren't they?
When Slash points them out to you, you do actually notice.
Oh, I thought they were hidden unless you had true sight.
You would have to, if he wasn't using true sight, you would have to really, really examine closely. But because he had true sight, it helped him to spot it. And when you get down on like one knee and you look really closely, you can kind of see that there seems to be like these nondescript runes that are carved into the paint very, very finely.
All right. I'm assuming he points out the trapdoors to all of us too.
Yep. Yeah, I assumed that as well.
I inspect the rune now that it's been pointed out. Oh, apparently no shit.
Ho 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 ho! You know even less.
Nope. No. Yeah. It's they don't seem to make that much sense to you.
Have we had a single good roll besides performance yet?
No.
No.
That's
Somehow
all
that
we're
makes it
good at,
better.
man.
You guys are banned.
So that chest
Definitely
is
not
within
better than
reach of
yours.
Damien?
Yep. You could reach and grab it. You would have to actually. Sorry, where Damien is. You would actually have to step where this apparent trapdoor is.
Alright, Damien, get the hell out of the way.
Alright.
I have an idea.
I get the hell out of his way. I'll go back to my lizard friend.
I say, guys, you're about to see some really weird shit.
I pull out the bagpipes.
I tap my staff of what the hell is it called? I tap my staff of swarming insects on the ground, and I summon a giant fucking scorpion.
Where the fuck did you get that?
All right. I do not have a token for a giant scorpion, so let's just do
Another dancing light, but bigger.
I was just gonna do this. Actually, let's change color for it. That's your scorpion. Or is it a large creature?
Giant
Yes.
scorpion or scorpion?
It's a giant scorpion.
So it's a large creature.
I should have did a spider.
What are you gonna do with it?
I wanted to grab the chest. They obeyed
So you want
man.
so you set it right on the trapdoor there? Like that?
I'm gonna step back and tell everyone else they should probably step back, and yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay, so you summon it on the trapdoor. Nothing happens here. It just kind of clicks around, kind of looks at you for instructions.
if you may, in one of your claws or pincers, please grab the chest and bring it to me.
Wait for Doug to back up, though.
Well, I told everyone to back up. I think Doug's AFK.
Okay, so roll a strength check with the
Scorpion.
scorpion.
So my strength is.
Just do. Yeah, just it's probably not. Yeah, this would be athletics, I guess, but it's probably not trained in athletics. So just roll a d20 and add its strength modifier.
It has, +2 strength.
Okay.
Oof.
That's a D10.
That was a D10.
Oh,
Yeah, roll again.
18.
Better.
18. It it pulls on it, and it actually causes instead of like it gets kind of stuck, but instead of letting the lid opening up, it kind of pulls on it and pulls downward, and it causes the bottom of the chest to actually swing downward. And you hear like a little bit of a breaking noise. Like it broke some sort of a mechanical piece in order to do that.
Well,
Huh.
Does anything happen in the hallway when we hear that breaking noise?
Nope.
Chest
All
is
right.
yours.
I have one more request, Scorpion, and I'm going to command my Scorpion to go and trigger every trap that it can on its way down.
Have it
All right.
Some of you
follow
may
the red
die.
path, and let's just all get out of the way of
Okay, yeah.
the hallway.
That's a good
So
idea.
you want it to go stepping on every trap door? Is that what you're saying? Or
Wants to make it follow the red path.
Yeah.
okay.
Which I think would make it hit literally every green square.
No, it would
Almost
skip
everyone.
the first. It would hit the first one.
Yeah, but
and
it's
skip
fat,
the next two.
so it would hit this one and this one. Right? At least half of it would.
At least for the most part, after we could follow the red path, though.
No, I wouldn't say necessarily. Like the red path isn't over top of either of those trap doors, right? If you're following the red path,
Yeah, but the
then-
scorpion's bigger than the path is.
Yeah, so you're
Is
telling
what
me.
we're saying.
okay. So show me the way that you want your scorpion to follow the path.
I mean,
Exactly
why not?
on the
I
path.
don't know, actually. I was going to say, why doesn't he just like start in the middle here and just walk directly down and see what happens? Yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
All right.
'Cause, like,
So
Lars
as soon as it gets to this one here, okay. As soon as it gets here, the all of a sudden the trap door opens up, and just because it's big and half of it's on it and half of it's not, roll an acrobatics check for the scorpion.
Dex. Yeah, so he got 5.
The scorpion steps on that part, and it just like it's not like quite like a spider. Doesn't have as good of a grip, and it falls into the pit trap, and it will take.
Did it still have the chest with it when it fell down?
No.
No, the chest was
Okay.
still on the wall. 15 points of damage.
Okay.
And
52 HP.
52. Okay. And is it immune or resistant to poison, being a scorpion?
No.
No. Okay, so it needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh boy.
Great. And it's got a +2 to con. 10.
It takes 17 points of poison damage as poison kind of pumps into its exoskeleton, and it manages to, and it is now. No, it is not poisoned. Okay. So yeah, it can crawl its way back out because it's a scorpion, I would say. And yeah. What do you want to do
Alright.
next?
Well, sorry about that. If you don't mind, keep going, please.
Mhm.
All right, it's gonna hit. It's gonna hit this pit trap, and this time because it's going directly into it, it does not even get a saving throw.
Wait, which trap is it at?
This one.
Because I thought you said it's just going straight down the middle, right?
Yeah, you're right.
Last time it walked over and
Oh, I
it
thought it was
only
falling
was
right
like
down.
halfway over. This time it is going at a straight shot at it. So it is going to take, once again, make another Constitution saving throw for it. Oh, hey, only 2 points of damage there. Okay. Then
18.
yeah. So it saves, so it will only take 8 points of poison damage. Or sorry, 9 points of poison damage.
Okay, it's got 11 hit points left.
Okay.
Next green square. Next green square.
Do these pitfall traps stay open, or do they close back up?
They stay open, I believe. Hang on. Opens as soon as the person steps on it. I'm gonna say yeah. It stays open.
Okay.
You're doing good. You're almost there. It's a little bit further.
Okay, make a roll of dexterity. If it's just going straight down the middle again, make a roll of dexterity saving throw on the second square.
Okay. Yeah,
This
that's
poor
not gonna
scorpion.
fly.
Yeah, I think it's dead.
Oh yeah. Well, I did his job.
Good work.
8.
It could live.
It's at 1 HP after the 8, so
Oof.
it's not gonna live.
Yeah,
So then the
there's
poison.
no way.
Yeah.
All right, so now you got a couple open pit traps. The one still hasn't been where the scorpion was originally made, was not triggered from it.
Yeah, assumably that one triggers from something else. Maybe something to do with that chest.
Well, that was disturbing.
I've seen some strange things in my life.
Hey,
Master, I
do it
trusted you.
more.
I'm gonna kind of corner jump these 2 pits.
Please
Yep,
go off.
you can do that easily. It's fine.
I want to inspect that painted on door.
Roll investigation check
With
God.
assistance.
or perception, whichever you want.
When I see him inspecting, I will move this close light right on top of him.
Okay. It seems that it's painted on. The wall seems to be plaster, and it is painted onto the plaster.
I'm gonna hit it.
You guys,
Good job,
The
Doug.
half orc, man, just being a half orc over here. Roll damage. So you just step back for Doug, and Doug's like, "All right, I got this," and you just reaches up and crack, and there's just a shattering of plaster as it falls on the ground, and there's actually some give, and it seems like there seems to be something behind the plaster.
We
When
did
you
something.
open it up, you can see that
Holy
there
shit.
is a normal inward opening door that is readily available for you, right? And I'm gonna put this.
I remind people to still watch
Right
out for
there.
pressure plates. True. That's a good point.
Okay. So
And it is a giant creature, so.
okay. So you found a hidden door behind the plaster. It did not pop up on true sight because the plaster was in the way and did not signal that there was a hidden door there.
Hmm.
If it was like an actual door in the wall, it would have popped up. But since it's basically just a thin layer of wall in the way, did not show.
I sketched out here because my
Sketched out?
scorpion was able to stand on this platform. I feel like I would be able to.
Okay.
I
Do-
would
do
still
you-
avoid it just in case.
Just in case opening that door is what triggers that pressure plate trap door.
Yeah, that's a good point.
When the bottom fell off that chest, nothing came out or anything.
Nope.
Would I be able to swing this door open from here?
You would have to stand on the trapdoor to do it.
What if
It swings outward?
What if he hits it?
It swings inward.
What if you
Anyone
just hit
have-
it with your warhammer?
Does anyone have Unseen Servant or Mage Hand or something?
Oh right, I have Unseen Servant. That's a good idea.
I have more servants.
So is somebody using Unseen Servant, or are you?
Yeah, but I ritual cast it.
Okay, so you guys wait about 10 minutes as Damien starts ritually casting Unseen Servant. Is there anything you guys would like to do while you wait?
Keep playing my banjo.
So I look down this hole and it's just spikes and garbage.
Just spikes and a little bit of
Scorpion down there.
ichor. Yeah, a little bit of scorpion ichor.
Well, I'm
All
too
the
scared
ladies
to go
always
forward.
complain about Damien being too quick, but this taking forever.
I wish I even had a lady that could complain about it being too quick.
Oh,
It's funny 'cause he rolled for clock size and it's 1.
True. Alright, my Unseen Servant pops up right at the tile and just opens the door.
Okay.
I'm assuming everybody is sufficiently out of the way in their 10 minutes of waiting.
All right. You open the door and let me switch my lighting. So you can see a door there, and then there's a corridor, another door behind.
And nothing in this area triggered.
Nothing triggered.
Alright, I move up to here and I let my lights flood the room.
Okay.
And then I say, what do you think, guys? The servant could just go open the next door.
Yep.
I think since it was hidden, it probably has a less chance of killing us.
I'm gonna step with the plate.
Oh! As you step on the plate, everybody gasps as nothing happens. Whoa. Whoa.
Oh, thank
Nothing
God.
happened yet.
Yeah.
Are you going in?
Doug's going in.
Okay.
Alright, my servant does not open the door.
Well, not. This is as far as I'm going in. Right there.
Well, I'm coming. I step on the plate.
All right. You step on the plate.
I step off the plate.
You step off the plate.
My turn.
The
Step
plate
on.
opens up.
I wanted to die anyways. I step in.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Are
That
the
would've been
walls
unfortunate.
in here any different, or is it just stone?
Whereas the other room was much more brightly colored, this just appears to be more similar to the rooms that you saw with the fake entrances.
Oh God!
Okay, better check for traps then.
Meticulously check
All right.
everything.
Roll an investigation check or a perception. Whichever you pick.
Oh my Jesus Christ.
God, we're the best.
Room's clear, guys.
Oh shit! I should do perception.
From where you're standing to / you don't see any trapdoors and
Okay, well, I'll journey in there and
What kind of door is this again?
That one is just a similar regular wooden door, like the one that you had just walked.
Okay, Doug, you got this. And I slap him on the ass.
And I'm gonna
How
stop.
does that feel, Jordan?
Feels pretty good. I'm gonna slam this door open.
All right, you open up the door. It opens inward. And as soon as you look in there, you can see ahead of you. What? For a second there, you can see what appears to be a statue. But as soon as the door opens, suddenly the creature flaps its wings and stares at you.
All right, I make my lights flood the room.
Okay, kind of the eyes kind of track the lights of the dance.
I guess I have to put them in like this way because that's where my vision is.
There's some sort of gargoyle creature in there.
And he's just staring at us.
Right now it is. Yep.
He was tracking the lights as they walked in, though. All right. I could have the unseen servant go and punch it.
Have it go and pet it.
I say we play it a song, see if it enjoys some nice music.
Let's not draw.
Are you sending the unseen servant in, or what are you doing?
I ask the group if they think that's a good idea.
Yes.
All right.
We're not going in.
I walk the unseen servant in to right there.
Okay.
And it reaches out and
All
tries
right.
to pet it on whatever looks like a snout.
It's a little too tall for the unseen servant to pet it on its
It
snout.
rubs its thigh.
Jesus.
Yeah, rubs its thigh, and then all of a sudden you see its head snap towards where it felt the unseen servant, and it is going to make an attack on it. Sorry, I didn't think you guys actually get to the gargoyle today.
The what? Spoiler.
I think, does it not have like the name underneath it there?
I can't even see it.
No, it's just a red
Oh.
circle. That's clearly an enemy.
The statue.
Gargoyle, but
Right.
Yeah. Sorry, just look stat block for it real quick here.
I love how the assumption was we wouldn't even get into the dungeon today.
You guys did good. You guys did real good.
we fell for every trap. What do you mean we did good?
We didn't die to every trap, though.
You guys used True Sight and you sped up this room quite a bit. That could have taken years.
I think if we didn't, we probably would have just died. Logan would guaranteed be dead by now, by the way.
For sure.
Yeah, you would have moved a token to the end of the hallway, and Brett would be like, "Wait, the first trap you stepped on it, you die."
Yeah.
Those traps do what? 10 damage?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry,
I survived.
All right, so gargoyles attacked the unseen servant.
Yeah.
I mean, all of a sudden, all four of its arms swipe at the unseen servant, and I would assume.
Well, it has 1 HP,
Oh,
it's
right. I
fucked.
guess. Yeah, but it would be at disadvantage because it's invisible. I guess, hey. So the first two miss.
Its AC is only 10.
Yeah.
I would say
It's not meant for
with
combat.
that flurry of blows, it would have hit it at some point.
Yeah, probably.
And drops it. And then it turns and looks back towards the doorway.
So it just blasts anything living that, well, not living, but anything that goes in, it looks like.
Oh, looks like it.
Probably.
Does it move at all, or just look
I
at
don't-
the doorway?
It didn't attack the unseen servant until it touched it. I assume I can't see it either.
I
Wait, you
will.
should be able to see it. Oh, because you're at the top of the room, so you don't have the light. Never mind.
Anyone know what
Oh yeah,
gargoyles eat?
that's an interesting point. When the unseen servant was spawned, you would have seen like this like little ghastly looking like kind of like the ghost from Luigi's Mansion. If you guys have ever played that, just like this little like a little like butler looking thing with a suit and tie, and
Nice.
like this like slicked back hair, and then now it's dead. So
Well, given none of us are fighters, none of us are used to fighting monsters. We're not like adventurers.
Alright, I'm going to.
I'm gonna cast Vicious Mockery on it.
Oh, for fuck's sakes.
I'm gonna say
Get ready.
wet cat is tougher than you.
Ooh.
What? How about you go in there and say that?
Battle music coming on right away.
all right, I think then with that is 10:45. Roll your vicious mockery damage. I will roll for the gargoyle. What is that? A charisma saving throw?
Wisdom.
Wisdom. And I'm guessing that's below your DC. Yeah, DC 17.
17.
17.
Yeah, so it takes 8 points of damage. No, it does not. Wait.
Waiting.
No, it does. It does take the 8 points of damage.
So
And
it's just
looks
pretending to
angry,
be.
and it looks like angrily towards you.
All right, let's all stand out here and berate it.
And with that, I think we'll end the session for tonight, and we'll switch over to
We
roll
made
initiative
an entrance.
next day.
We made it to an entrance. We don't know if it's the right one.
True.
Well, we did test the entire cliffside, so at the very least,
There's
it's not.
definitely a lot more going in this room than the last two.
Yeah.
We
Well,
did test
there's still like
the
this
side
way
and
down the
third
hall.
Yeah, we didn't test the hallway. We tested the entire cliff face.
I'd like to thank the music artist that drew a fake door on a door.
True.
It's a real fake door.
Okay.
No, that one was a fake real door.
Do you guys want to do?
Oh.
We didn't talk about this, but do you guys want to do the inspiration thing for this too?
Yep.
Sure.
Okay. So for the next session that we play for this, and we'll try and make it for next Sunday again, but we'll have to get our schedules figured out. I think, right, just to make sure. Or is
Next
everyone...
Sunday should be fine for me.
Sundays are good for me.
Yep,
Sundays
I'll be
are
here.
generally good for me,
Okay.
too.
We'll play next Sunday.
All right.
Okay, so if you guys want to make a vote for inspiration for people that stand it out, and they could possibly use inspiration in a future game.
Daramud's
And chat, sorry, I'm not used to doing this, Colton. Chat, you can also vote as well.
I give it to Slash, given I can't give it to the Scorpion.
Yeah, I'll give it to
Scorpion's dead,
Slash
man.
for the true sight.
That's permadeath.
I give it to Oren for the Slavic accent.
It's pretty bad, but the accent, it could be whatever.
It's better than my accent of nothing.
I give mine to Slash.
I'll also give it to Slash.
Thank you. Burnt my 6th level spell slot as soon as we got in here and paid off.
I mean, we can
It
kill the
did pay off.
gargoyle and then go take a long rest in your house anyways.
Yep.
That is true.
We're already old. We have all the time in the world.
Okay. So then Slash will get it.
Yay.
All right. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. I was really enjoying DMing again. It's been a while, but I had a blast, and I hope you guys did too.
Hell yeah.
Have a good night.
Later.
Bye, everyone.
We'll be streaming again tomorrow.
Yeah,
Same time.
normal Monday night
Oh
time.
yes, yeah. Same time tomorrow. We're streaming, but we will be doing the El Terrell campaign that we were doing, or sorry, the Descent into Avernus is
Yep.
what we're going to be working on tomorrow, which is our usual time that we go. This one was just like a little extra freebie.
And we finally set up the YouTube channel, so you can watch through our 50 hours of VODs that aren't edited at all.
Yep. It's real raw D&D content. Right.
We only get stuck with technical difficulties about 25% of the time, and we have
That's
an
pretty
episode
good.
of technical difficulties. So.
Alright. Peace.
Bye.
Night.
Bye.